Oh man, I've been talking way too much. Oh, my hair's really weird. I don't know. I would like to say like 30 gigabytes or 40, and that's including like disc exports and all the other stuff. I have a ton of songs, like over 2,000 or something, and they're not all on the same HD air hard drive or whatever, so I don't know. There's a lot of DLC, there's a lot of, you know, exports, so. Alright, now this one comes from Afterlife4563SH, which, as you all know, is the universal symbol for Score Hero / Suck Hard. Just kidding. And he says, which LP was your all-time favorite? Again, one of those, you know, ultimate questions where when you say that, people are all gonna be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Looking through this, I really enjoyed, for some reason, I don't know why, it seems like such a weird thing, I really like doing Shadows of the Damned for some reason. Like, looking back, I probably had a lot of fun with that one, as well as Flower, and a lot of these I really wish I could remake. That pretty much goes the same with every single one. Majora's Mask, you know, I'm probably gonna do Dead Space one of these times. Dead Space, looking back on some of those broken files, I really thought I nailed that. Like it's like I could, I can't even think of the word. I can anticipate what I was gonna say when that part was coming up in the video after not having seen or recorded it for over 2 years almost. So there's that. Like, I don't know, I rewatch them and I'm like, god damn it, that quality is so bad. Why do I sound so bored in all of these videos? Especially Le Noir. And just, I don't know, it seems like I'm just accumulating to my, you know, my opus, I suppose, to speak, because a lot of these, I feel like, is building up to what is not even my best work yet. All of these could use a great deal of improvement, in my opinion. I'm trying to not really capitalize on it, just try and get better with it, so there's that. I really like all of them for the most part, so. Dinner's Production asks, what is your favorite game moment of all time? My favorite gaming moment, I don't know what that means. Is that like, you know, revelationary sort of thing or something? I don't know. There are a lot. That's a very good question, but at the same time, that's going to be a little difficult to answer. Sorry, my hair is bugging me right now. It looks so weird on the camera. It's not supposed to look that weird. I promise. Oh god, I've probably been like talking like this the entire time too. Whatever. So York DeLarge asks, do you like peanut butter? Do I like peanut butter? It is okay. I am not completely opposed to it, but I get sick of it after a little while. There's that. I get sick of a lot of things after thorough repetition. So Daddy5000 asks, why? ¿Por qué? I don't know. Jesus, Grandma is why. Thank you. Nitromi Guy asks, do you like waffle? Happy face? Yes, waffle is delectable in my stomach. Thank you for asking, sir. And Author Withheld asked, comment removed. That is not a viable question, good sir. Can you please piss the fuck off of my property and go suck your own dick? Because I'm sure with someone with their name called Author Withheld, that is well within your properties. Remtar Full, why are you so summer? That's not even a question. Why are you so summer? I don't know. Why am I so summer? Am I summer? I'm gonna Google that right now. Let's see. Okay. Why are you so summer? Come on, enter. There. I could really use it. Okay. Wait. Why did an Adele lyric come up? Oh, Jesus Christ. And then there's this video. Why are you so hot, summer? Don't ask me. I don't know what that means. Thank you for your statement question. I don't know. Predictable scene. This has been flagged as spam. Uh-oh. What does he say? Oh, there's something there. I'm not the one to comment into the finale, but I do like and watch your videos. How long do you plan to do LPs for? For as long as I feel like it. I'm not sure. I really enjoy doing them. Just right now, I'm kind of having a dry spell. It's kind of difficult with, you know, my workload cranking up, and my efforts in trying to move out have heightened. And it's really, I don't know about you guys, I'm very self-conscious. Right now, I haven't really been able to do this until everyone was out of the house, even though my brother is in Europe right now, which means I have prime video making time, which I'm not utilizing to the extent that I should be. So I'm kind of getting a little too, I don't know, out of hand with that. I should probably record a lot more and stuff, even though most of it is just, you know, editing nonsense. So, and not to get too personal, but what do you work as and how long have you worked? Well, I pretty much have answered that at this point, so that's that's finished, I guess. And what inspired you to do LPs? I know I've heard the answer to this, but I'd like it if you could expand on it. Yeah, sure. My inspiration for LPs, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it. My answer might have changed looking back. But it starts with the story, by the way. So to give you the story, sorry, there's gonna be a lot of stories in this video. So there's this girl in my life, and we were just randomly talking on MSN or some shit. And this is at the time Sugar Conroy was doing his Paper Mario LP, and she sent me his first video, and she's like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life," because we had kind of this inside joke that one day she brought over her Nintendo 64, and I plugged in my controller, and we played Paper Mario together for a while, if you catch my drift. And she was like, "Oh god, this is the stupidest thing ever. How could why does anyone even watch this?" Even though at the time it was like one of those things that was just getting a little bit more popular. And so I watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is really stupid." And then randomly I started watching more of it, and I was like, I kind of like this. And after a while, for the first couple weeks that I first discovered LPs, I kind of would just exclusively watch Chugga Conroy, because a lot of the other ones it was a little hard to get into, and Chugga Conroy is very accessible, I guess. Basically a culmination of multiples of people that I've watched. I've kind of inspired me to do those, and among them were Chugga Conroy, SSOH, and Seamus. Also, Raocow was also kind of a big player. You can I think out of everyone, you probably see more Raocow and SSOH in my commentary. Since then, I've started watching many others, including a lot more of the lower, I guess, or lesser known rather, and because that's kind of where, the genuinity of their personality comes through, is when they're not expected to act a certain way or to do a certain thing. I mean, there are larger LPers that, that are still themselves while they're LPing, but it's different when you're going for a crowd of thousands as opposed to just the 4 or 5 dedicated viewers, And then eventually I just started doing it, so that was fun stuff. And the thing that was kind of, never mind, I'm not even gonna say that. So, and that's all. I have one more questions, but I'd rather leave that be for now. Thank you very much, Predictable Seeing. I think he also watches my Rock Band videos, so that's pretty cool. Alright, PK Star asks, "Why you no play Silent Hill?" Oh my god. Okay, so this guy just absolutely adores hounding me on the premise of me not having played Silent Hill, or to his knowledge have ever even heard of the series. Well, just to explain, I have played it, I do own it, and I will plan on making videos of it soon, and that's just when I get a chance. I don't exactly feel like playing anything that remotely resembles Amy for the next X amount of years, so we will see where that comes to, but when it comes to. But as a testament to my words, here, I have it right there. I bought it on the release date, as well as Silent Hill 1 and 2 on the PSN, and right there, still closed, but we still got it, so, whoops, dropped it, don't even care, and we'll get around to it when we do, I promise. I just want to do it chronologically, something I haven't exactly been too great at in my, my projects so far. But eventually, when I get more time to make more videos, I will eventually get to it. So thank you for your statement question once again, PK Star. I appreciate all of your enthusiasms. Here we've got Sickabee. Hey, buddy, Sickabee. This guy's pretty cool, man. He's a pretty cool bro, man. So what are your honest opinions of Call of Duty? First-person shooters in general? I don't really know. Call of Duty is okay. I don't play it. I have played it. I've beaten them all on Veteran, with the exception of Modern Warfare 3. I got through the first level, and I got extremely bored with it. And that's just because they all feel extremely similar to each other, which is it's what everyone knows about the series. And I just, having played literally every single one of them, it's just not exactly something I really want to sit down and do too much. And first-person shooters in general, I think in general they've gotten stale. I usually enjoyed having played them. It was around the time when Prey came out, if you guys remember that, that game was kind of funny. That was about the time where I was getting super into all of the shooters, and since then it's just been generally downhill, and that's because they all seem to be getting a little similar. There are a couple that are pretty sweet, though, I'm not gonna lie. I really have enjoyed playing them in the past. I'm not terrible at them, with the only shooter I would say I'm actually bad at is kind of ironic. It'd be like Halo. But the earlier Halos I was really good at, like especially Halo 1 and 2. Those ones I wouldn't say I was pro, but I could definitely hold my own over, you know, say Halo Reach or something like that. But that's because it's stupid. If you guys watch my Hazard with Bros series, which I highly doubt you do, then you would kind of get my feel there. So thank you very much, Sickabee. He is the man. All right, next question comes from Mars Phoenix 63. This guy is a pretty cool dude also. He messages me on my main other account, and he likes to chew bubblegum. So, best 3D Zelda and worst 3D Zelda. That's a little difficult to say. Is this including, like, handheld Zeldas where you move in 3 dimensions, or... I don't know, never mind, that's not really 3-dimensional. But it's kind of difficult to say because I kind of enjoy all of them to a fault. I love Zelda games, but... in my opinion, the best 3D Zelda, I don't know, a lot of them are really good. I really loved Wind Waker when it first came out, but at the same time, I really like all the other ones. And the fact that I haven't actually played much Skyward Sword, which everyone says is the best or whatever, but I have not actually played that one too much. But just from watching, you know, these scarce videos and such of it, and what I've played from it so far, I don't actually really like it that much. I don't know if I'll ever get around to beating it anytime soon. Until I quit my job and I get 1,000,000 hours of life back, but whatever. Worst 3D Zelda? I don't know. The CDI versions, clearly. Just kidding, I don't know. What are some of your absolute favorite games? Again, this is kind of one of those things that really depend, you know, on the circumstances. I really, because there are different ways that a game can be my favorite, and I want to kind of elaborate on that. I really like Killer 7. I don't like playing it because it's kind of hard to play, and also it's very fucking scary in my opinion. It kind of scarred me as a youth, but I really like that one. I would consider that one in the top 5 of my favorites. I also really enjoy Catherine and other Suda51 games. When I say Suda51 games, I just mean like he's his own genre pretty much. Absolute favorite games, and there's just a ton. Not like any I could play for days, but I generally enjoy a lot of games, so it's hard to just say one, but there's that. Have you ever had an idea for a video game that you thought could sell? That's actually a really good question. When I was around 14, no, I must have been 13 or so years old, back when Conquer Live and Reloaded came out, when me and my friend and I, we played a lot of the online, and the thing about that was while we played, there's the loading times would take forever, and there was also a lot of spawning times and such that we had to take into account. So we would just talk about random shit, and this one time, we started talking about a game that we could develop later on, and it'd be like set in the 80s, and it'd be kind of like a Grand Theft Auto style kind of game. And yeah, I know you guys know this is going, but anyway, you would play as a kid, and we were thinking like a teenager or something. But basically, the premise of the game is that you kind of piss off this older bully kid. He's like 16, 17 years old, and he has like some connections to the mob or whatever. So he's gonna kill you, and you accidentally like fucked up his like shitty 1940 whatever Mitsubishi fucking piece of shit. We fucked it up really hardcore, so you have to pay him back, and you have to go around like doing a whole bunch of shit for him. He basically makes you his bitch to fix his car, and to also pay off money, and also to make him not kill you. And you'd basically go around, and like I said, this would be set in like the 80s, so it'd be like a really highly 80s theme, kind of like, I don't want to say techno, but kind of like one of those like that kind of genre-ish kind of soundtrack and kind of style. It would be not exactly cel-shaded. I would say it would be kind of a mix between cel-shaded and then like ultra-realism, if you guys know what I mean. Kind of like Killer 7, but with a bit more dimension. And it would be kind of like that, and like I said, it'd be a third-person shooter, but here you could like go and you can like climb, and you climb up buildings, go in buildings like super in-depth, and you can go like hang glide, and then you can like take plastic bags and like parachute and shit, because you'd be like a small teenager, and eventually you'd start getting skill points, and that would increase like your strength, your dexterity, and like gunfire and stuff like that, because you would kill people eventually for some reason. We didn't really have a link to that quite yet, but we're thinking about it. This entire story set up, and I can't even remember for hell how it goes. We had like a girlfriend, and she was like a 30-year-old prostitute or something, and we thought that would be really enjoyable to try and not exactly make, but just, you know, to have fun with. And it was awesome. It was a pretty sweet idea, and just the way we had concocted it in our head was incredible. So that was awesome. So Okay, this is way too much of my face now. Okay, I had to take a drink there. Alright, Mars Phoenix also asks, what game best describes this? You thought it was amazing when you were younger, but you can't stand playing it now. That's kind of a weird question. If I didn't stand playing it when I was younger, I doubt I would be, you know, ever playing it now, but that's hard. I can't really think of anything because it's not really in my personality to diss something that I don't like, because obviously someone had to put kind of, you know, an inkling of effort into making it, and they needed a paycheck, so obviously they went through with it, they put their name in it. Oh, okay, there is one. Okay, PlayStation 1, I think this is the year 2001 or so. This Dragon Ball Z game, I was super into Dragon Ball Z when I was younger, especially the Budokai series, but it's not any of those games. It was Dragon Ball Z, I want to say Super Fighter X or something. I can't remember it for shit. It was like Ultimate Battle 21, that's what it was. Oh man, oh fuck, oh god, we bought it for like $3 at Walmart, and we thought it was the funnest game ever. We thought it was incredible. We thought it was really fun, mostly. Just, you know, we didn't care that the graphics sucked or that the voices all sounded the same when you hit them, and it didn't even sound like they're people, but we played it to death, and then we lost or whatever, and then a couple of months or years, something later, we played it again on the PS2 or something. I think it must have been that. And then we just hated it. It was shit up, shit creek, like no one would even know it was behind their ass. And it was so bad. Never again that game. And, oh man, also along the same time as this, there's a Target. And we went there, and you know how you go you go through the check stand, and off to the side you see like the greatest hits Sony PS1 games. We saw one for Razor Scooters. We thought it'd be really fun. Not the case. It was fun at first, but then after like we took it out and played something else, put it back in, it was shit. So if you ever see a Razor Scooter game, don't buy it, don't play it, don't even think about it. It was terrible, and it was like one of those like Sony greatest hits games that was never anything before. Like they just printed it out as greatest hits, and that was funny. So there's another one, and that was a pretty long time ago. We bought that in Seattle, and we didn't really have very many games that we had, so our mom let us buy one. It was like $10 or something. So there's that, and God, when I'm older and if I have kids, I probably will never let them buy shitty games. I will treat them through the ways of the Force. So, anyways, any favorite board games? I'm not exactly a fan of board games. I apologize. So no board games for me. They're only fun in a game, or in a game. They're only fun in a group. So, and I'm rarely ever in groups. Group games are kind of weird sometimes too, unless you're in the right state of mind, if you know what I mean. And by that, of course, I mean wasted, blitzed, stoned, or fucked. So, but I'm not exactly a board game person. Thank you very much, Mr. Mars Phoenix 63. I don't know if that was what year you were born. You don't really seem like that kind of oldness to me, but whatever.